All right. Am I live? I think I am live. Gentlemen, welcome. This is Jehu. I haven't been live in a long time, and I should be uploading videos, but I haven't had time to edit a video, so that's why I just decided to chat with you guys. Let me load up the other window here. Let's say here, view live. Okay, here we go. Okay, who's in the room? Oh, there's 36 watching, so welcome everyone. What are you guys doing? And where is everyone in watching from? I'm in Southern California, as you guys might know. Where are you guys from? And who's in here? Let me click on this thing so there's a little bit more light. What's up? What's up in the Sleeve Customs? Wales. Keith Bladen is from Wales. Wow. Hola. How was Puerto Rico? Puerto Rico was cool. I recorded a bunch of video that I am gonna get to edit pretty soon, now that I'm back and now that I'm done with all my other responsibilities on that other TV show, right? So it was hard to do videos while I had to do that. Lake Forest, Daniel, that's really close by here. Orlando, Florida, Cesario Studios. Australia, wow, and someone else from California. Huntington Beach, California, John Vidal. Let's see. Another Wales. Argentina, Juan Francisco Diaz. Wow. Palmdale, John Figueroa's in Palmdale. Cali Bay area. Hey, wait a minute. N6 Pop. I'm in Rancho 2. Wow, we have one of our neighbors here. Welcome. Fellow Ranchoan. Cucamongan. Let's see. New York, Brandon. And Indonesian stuff. Let's see here. Those blink card things on the screen are going to be annoying to some OCD people. Oh, the cards. Yeah, how do I delete those? Yeah, maybe I can just pop in a card. Let me just pop in a card. What else is there? That's it. That's the only thing that's on there. Okay, here's a card. Let's put it on there. Sorry, let's see. Oh! Alright, doesn't matter. That card is full. So there we go. You're finished? Oh, okay, so let's see. Australian House. I got my 18654 by 5 cell covers made to protect from shorts. Email you about it too. Oh, this is physics. Oh, send us in a picture. I don't know how they look like. Did you 3D print them? I've been meaning to get a 3D printer and do some stuff. Greetings from Phoenix. All right, Phoenix. I was there not too long ago. Actually, Friday I was there. Wait, today's Friday. Last Friday. Wow, it's already been a week. Let's see here. Are those super caps on the wall? No, those are 18650s. Those are. Let me see. Do I still have some? Let me see. I bet I do, but they're not in here, I bet. Oh yeah, they're right here. Those are hoverboard batteries, which, by the way, guys, they were completely sold out, right? He said he sold like 50,000 of these. I got it's some ridiculous amount, but now they're gone, so I wasn't gonna do my video about this Powerwall. But guess what? He just sent me a message, and he said that he has like another 8,000 of them or something. Yeah, I think he said he got a shipment of 8,000. So we have more. And it... Oh yeah, we're gonna close that. So it should be pretty good. Maybe I should work at that video and then upload it. I think I'm just gonna do it. Because I also heard that there's people that bought those and now they're looking into making a thing. And well, you know, if I do a video, I think those are gonna keep coming in from time to time. So it might be worth it for me to just do the video, right? It's just so much work making videos, but you know, I like doing that, so that's good. It'll be good. Let's see. City of Industry. Ooh, someone's here from City of Industry. That's also not too far from here. Those are the hoverboard. Paso Robles, California. That's up the street, up the state here. I'm making a battery for my e-bike using old laptop 18650s. Making a battery case using my 3D printer. Keith Bladen. That's cool. Send us pictures. Post links on the... The thing is, sometimes the links, they go into the... they go into the spam folder, and I don't have time to go and look in the spam... Like, seriously, the spam folder has, like, thousands of comments in there. I sometimes go and look through them and, you know, like, approve a bunch of them or whatever, but... it probably would be a full-time job now, just answering comments and, you know, reading and answering comments. So obviously I can't do that. Maybe someday when I get an intern or something, maybe that day's coming soon, guys. So I wanna get some projects done, and I keep gravitating towards like projects that attract me, right? Like this TV show, for example. You know, I could have probably done 25 videos, YouTube videos, in the time that I spent working on that thing. But just the opportunity was great. Like, who, you know, to be able to say, like, yes, I edited, like, wrote, produced, starred, and edited a Discovery TV show. You know, not a lot of people can say that. Well, it doesn't matter who can say. I want to be able to say that I did that, right? Not particularly excited about it being like, you know, like Discovery, because I don't have Discovery. I don't even have TV. So, but I think you know, I can say yes, I made a Discovery TV show, so people will take me more seriously if another project comes along or something, or maybe it can turn into a full, you know, season or whatever. We are gonna pitch a full season, which is kind of cheesy, right? It's TV showy. You know, that's old media, and I'm excited about the new media, but you know, they do have a lot of money, those networks, and if they make it happen, then it's gonna be cool. But anyways, I spent too much time working on that, and I tend to gravitate towards that. You know, when the Puerto Rico stuff came, I'm like, who cares about the video? Let's go. You guys donated some money and so some material, so I thought, let's go do that, even if it's gonna prevent me from making videos while I'm over there. And that's where I've been at. So I do owe you guys a bunch of videos, and I may get someone to help me here pretty soon because I keep lagging behind. There's so many videos that I have to make, right? Currently, right now, I should be working and uploading the video where I test these guys, right? But I'm actually... I got 10 of them, and I'm cycling them. It just takes a long time because these are 8 amp hours, right? This one gave me 7363, and I cycle them a couple times, and so I have the 4th one there. So yeah, it's like this whole day yesterday was just to get 3 of these little cells, and and then I'm also doing a bunch of the other ones over here because I'm getting ready to do the Samba. If you guys don't know, I'm finally gonna get and make my custom modules into the Samba. Used recycled batteries. That's something that I set out to do like 4 years ago, and I mean, I did it, but it was the Tesla ones. Kind of cheated, right? Because they were kind of already done. But now I'm gonna actually do it properly. You know, do it with like modules that I make from the ground up, sort of like, you know, using this system here. And hopefully I can have 200 plus miles range. But that's what I'm starting to do here. So Another one of the videos that I owe you is the one where I compare all of the chargers. I bought every single one of these chargers that I had available. There's available on Amazon and even on eBay. And there are a lot of losers, guys. There are a lot of these chargers that don't work for our purposes. And I'm going to give you a hint. Which one is one of the ones that is not a winner? This guy here. Everyone is using this one. I have no idea why. Because this thing, it's not the worst. It's not terrible, but it's not as good as the Sandflare one right here or the Lido Cola or whatever. Anyways, I want to make a whole video about that. It's going to be cool. It's going to be comprehensive. And it's going to be targeted towards our purposes. Us guys that are doing the, you know, what are we doing? Harvesting cells, right? And so go down to the reasons as to why I choose one over the other one. You know, it's like price, availability, how long it takes for you to swap batteries, and how many clicks of the button is going to take. You know, when you're doing hundreds and hundreds of batteries like I am going to do, right? I'm going to be processing about 6,000 cells for my oh man, someone's live chat. Thank you. $50. Wow. Mike Williams, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. When we're doing this sort of stuff, it's just, you know, every little second counts, right? You have to go and change, you know, swap. What am I going to do? I think I'm going to get 50 of those little testers, right? So 200 cells. So each morning or afternoon or whatever cycle, I'm going to have to change 200 cells. Is that what it is? Yeah, I think so, right? 50, 200. Yeah. So 200 cells. You know, every second that you can take off, like, you know, pressing the buttons and stuff, it's a huge deal, right? And so, yeah, it's gonna be a pretty cool video, I think, and that's coming up. I'm actually doing that, and I actually, you know, chose the winners already, and I ordered some of them. I have 10 of them over there. They're cycling, you know, 40 cells at a time. It's too slow. I need more. Especially once I get, you know, 6,000 cells. So that's gonna be pretty crazy. I don't even know what that looks like. How does 6,000 cells look? Well, actually I do, because I got that palette with 20,000 cells, so I do know what it looks like. Let's see. Can you review Bluetooth BMS? Bluetooth BMSs? I don't even know what that is. Send me more info. Aviad? I don't know much about BMSs, guys, because I haven't been using it for a long time. I have to do the Patreon BMS. It's another video that I owe you guys. Sorry, Jaren, if you're watching this. I will get to that. It's gonna be a good video. I haven't finished connecting all the batteries in that one right here. Wait a minute. That one right there. It's not connected yet. And the cool thing is that there are more of those batteries available, guys. Right? That one right there is full of these modules. And so I was missing the long ones to complete that second string. I got them now. Oh, yeah, I got those a long time ago. But anyways, I got them. And maybe, I'm going to do the video explaining the BMS. And maybe I can say at the end of it is like, oh, and by the way, the cells that I'm using, they're these kinds. There's some available right now. Go get them. It's just a limited amount. I think... I think he said like around 250 of these modules, right? So not a whole lot, but they're cool because they're just awesome little modules. Anyways, I owe you that video too. Every time I get here, I just tell you all the stuff that I owe you. Not a lot of the stuff that I've done. Let's see. How can you make your safety fuse for Powerwall battery? How you make your safety fuse? I look at the videos. I actually use what is it? Let's see. I have a sample here. I actually use 1/8 watt resistor legs. This is a pack that I made, 24, right? 7. There's another video that I owe you guys, is explaining why lithium ion doesn't make 12 volts, and the challenge is why, right? You need lithium iron phosphate to do that, or 3.2 volt chemistries make great 12 volts, but 3.7 chemistries don't, and so they actually they make great 24 volts. So if, when you're doing a thing, if you can do 24 volt, yeah, you can use lithium ion. And so this pack right here that I made, I actually did it just to test the you know, a BMS. This is my first BMS that I am testing and working with. You know, each one of those packs, these guys right here, has a built-in BMS, but I didn't do much on that. All we did was just connect them, and that's what I'm trying to do here, except with a 24 volt. And of course all these other cables, this one's to charge it, you know, balance charge it, just so that I can do some testing. And then this is to put the log 8. And so anyways, to answer that question, it's just you know, I don't know, can you see it there? I have pictures in some of those videos. In the early videos when I was making those packs, you know, I have detailed like videos of how I made this and like close-ups and stuff. And by the way, guys, where is that? Oh yeah. This is the very original module that I used to, you know, experiment with the concept, right? And I made a video. This is the little module that I used for the video when I was talking about it and discussing it. And I don't know if you guys saw that story, or not a story, but that little post that I did. That guy, that Micah Told guy, he sent me one of his new books, and as I was going through it, he totally used that design. You know, I mean, people use that concept, and they, you know, they've done it on their own. They made it their own. Like Peter Matthews, right? He designed his own modules, 80 cells, they're long like that, and then now they're instead of using that little flat bronze little bar that I like to use, you know, you guys are using all that, you know, like braided cable and stuff. But you know, when you look at his pictures here, like, it's totally my design here. And so I didn't read this whole page to see if he you know, if he credits me or he talks about it or anything. You know, but yeah, he's pretty good at describing the process and stuff. And you know, he warns here that it can be complicated and dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, which is a cool thing. I think that a lot of people out there, a lot of you guys out there need to hear, you know, because sometimes I tend to, you know, take for granted that I've already went through a lot of trials and errors. And, for some reason I've been able to somewhat do stuff safe. Yeah, I never, you know, I've shocked myself a few times. I've shorted out stuff, but not too bad. And I never melted stuff and ruined a lot of material. You know, this sort of stuff, it's just, the way I design it is like ultra safe. You know, there's very little, there's 176 watts being pulled out of all of those packs. Which, you know, they could deliver so much more than that. So I'm trickle charging and discharging my battery. So, you know, that sort of stuff, you know. Let's see. Ooh, what is this? Hopefully that answered your, whatever question I was answering. I tend to ramble on. Let's see. Me and my crew were considering buying an electric car. The nightmare. But I don't want an electric car unless I can go at least 500 or more miles on a single charge. Well, good luck. The car doesn't exist yet, and it's not because technically is not possible. It's just no one needs to go that far in a single charge, so that car doesn't exist. Probably won't exist. I mean, you can, actually you can pre-order a Tesla bus semi truck, which if I believe it had 500 mile range. So there you go. That's the only car that it's available. Other than that, you can modify, you can make your own car, like sort of like mine, stuff with a bunch of batteries. We did that, and we got, you know, what, 1,000, close to 1,000 miles. Well, that was hyper mileage, 750 miles, highway speeds. Of course, that was not using the most energy dense battery, so that's why there's a bunch of batteries. You lost like a lot of, and it was a small car too, so you lost a lot of space inside, and which we got a bunch of criticism for, right? But it was a record car. It had one purpose. The car had one purpose, to break a record. And we were using recycled batteries, which is usually like old technology. We use the same battery technology that Tesla's using now, which is, you know, the 3,500 milliamp hour cells. We could do it, you know, in a way where you don't lose all that stuff. But anyways, that's are the only ways you can do those. How do you feel about... Come on. Did I lose that? Oh my god. Sorry, I lost that. Speak Spanish. Sorry, Bochos Granja. If I speak Spanish, you know, only a few of you guys won't be able to understand. So, BMS is the only way to go, really. Not really. I've used batteries successfully for many, many years. He cuts the leads off the 1A resistors. Yeah, so I was already saying that. I also have a bunch buggy project. Let's see. What is your oldest module in operation? Oh man, what is my oldest module in operation? What, man, I'm changing batteries so often. What is the oldest one? I don't have very many old ones, right? I mean, I installed this not too long ago, and those are actually working every day. They're cycling, right? And they're powering, you know, right now they're powering my computers, everything that I'm using here. The battery, now they're testing the batteries with that. But other than that, the stuff in my car is, you know, I changed a few times batteries, so that's why I don't have. Yeah, I couldn't say. I don't have very modules that have been working. I have modules that I built a long time ago, and I have them there. It's just they haven't been used every day, right? I built one for the bus. It was like one of the first. I built like 2 modules. Then I used them. Then I took them out of service because it was the same thing. I was using them as a 12 volt thing, and you know, the 3.7 volt chemistries don't work that great. And so then I changed. I finally went just to lead acid. In fact, I have lead acid right now on my bus. But maybe I can finally change that, right? Because now I have these. This is the module that I built with those Full River. What are they? 32 700s, right? And so this is a big module here. Like this is, look at this. What was the capacity of this? It's 10 cells and it's 47, so about, yeah, so 47 amp hours, 12 volts. Yeah, so this is a big module. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but I built it just to test it out. 12 volts. I have an inverter there. Maybe I'll just make it like another like solar solar generator thing. And I do have a box of this Full River 26650s, right? These are still available as far as I remember. If I wait too much, I'm gonna make a video about them and it's gonna be gone. But anyways, I think these are still available. I'm waiting for the holders because I don't have holders, so I can build a pack and I can test them. But you know, it's like I think they're gonna perform very closely as the 37-700. So that's why I also haven't done it or whatever. Oh my God, another Brian Hodson. The pack is 600 pounds. I want to chop the top and remove all the seats and windows. Thank you for your $5, Brian Hodson. I wish I knew what you were talking about. Ooh, Paul Locke, he says, I would look cuter if I grew a beard. Really? Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't want to look cuter so I can keep, you know, the fans away. Just kidding. Let's see. Bit of a fire risk, says Paul, about the 1/8 watts smoke nicely. Yeah, life's a risk. And using 1/8 watt little legs, it's you know, I think it's a risk that we can take. I think you run more risk hopping on your car and going to the grocery stores than having that as your fuses. But that's just me. Your opinion might be different, and that's okay. You don't have to agree with me, right? But I mean, that's how I've been doing it for a long time, and it's worked. There's a whole, you know, there's like, I wonder how many people are using the legs off of resistors, and because I see a lot of people doing, you know, using just regular other, you know, copper wire, which you can do that. I just found it really easy to buy those, you know, for like $10. You can buy like 10,000 of these little resistors, and you know, that's why I'm using those. I already bought this book, now waiting for it to come, says Ingy TV. Wow. All right. Hello from Brazil. Jojo, have you ever burnt up one of those fuses? Yes, I have. I actually, on my 12-volt battery that I used to have on my bus, I did remove it one time because it was in balance, right? And I was like, what is going on there? And then I took it off and I looked, and there were several of those that had blown. So then I was like, oh my God, these actually work. You know, the battery, something happened to the battery, and it disconnected that battery. You know, it just blew, and it was no big deal. There was, you know, they glow red for a little bit, and then if you don't have like something that, you know, will catch fire right next to it, you know, I had a plexiglass, I think, right next to it, and it didn't melt it or anything. They burn up really quickly like this, you know. Could you make a pack for my 500E to lighten it? No, I could. I mean, I could make the pack. I just probably couldn't make your car work because it's got a computer and a ton of like software, and I am terrible at software. I know nothing about it. In fact, I have a smart EV here, smart for 2 that I break because I don't know how to, you know, like clear the faults. We took it apart, we disconnected a bunch of systems, and then it didn't work anymore. And so it's there. I think we're gonna do something with it. I think we're gonna try and get it to work. I think Michael at EV West said he was gonna try it or whatever. He actually installed a third-party logic board for the controller, so that's you circumvent all the, you know, OEM software and stuff. Oh my God, this battery's about to die. Let me change it, guys. Okay, here we go. Be back in a second. Batteries. Alrighty, let's set. Yeah, there we go. I know. Let me put this on a charge. Alright. Oh, what is going on here? Okay, so I'm back. Oh, this battery. Oh, I have more new ones here. That battery's not good. I guess that charger charges batteries really slowly. Let me put another one that is good. Okay. All right. Am I there now? Okay, let's just take off all those other things. There we go. Oh, come on. Don't give me the card is full thing. Okay. All right. Now that we're back, right? So what's your oldest module in operation? I don't. I have these that have only been. I don't have any long modules in operation other than not at least not the ones that I built, right? My Tesla Smart modules are the longest ones in operation. They've been in my car for about 4 years now. But the ones that I built, I don't have long time modules in operation. Those are disconnected right now. When I moved and I lost my shop last year, I disconnected them, so they're not in. Yeah, so I don't have this. It's just whenever I connected those, which is a few months ago. Those are the longest ones. Let me see. How much room? Oh my God. How loud is the Mavic Air? Quieter than the Spark? I don't know about the Spark. It's definitely way louder than the Mavic Pro. Oh, let's see here. I skip a bunch of them. YouTube needs a notification for donations like Twitch. Oh yeah. Oh, Twitch. I've been meaning to make an account over there to see how that works out over there. In the UPS video that you did, you used the battery packs that are no longer available, so using 18650. How would be good configuration? Thanks. The same way that I wired those other ones, 4S. How many MP? There was a bunch of them MP, right? Like 40p or something, or 20p. I don't know. However many you can fit in there, but it's the same. There's the same batteries, except that they don't have individual BMS on them. So you'd have to balance charge them at least for the first time, and then you might want to use a BMS or a several BMS. These are like really small. This is a 3S one, but they have like 4S ones. I don't know how many amps you can put through here. That's the problem usually. So you can break that pack in in several sections, and then you can do that. Let's see. Any plan coming to India? No plans on going to India. I can't travel. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me. I can't travel internationally right now because I don't have a passport. I'm not a U.S. citizen, so I actually need a Mexican passport to be able to travel internationally, and I don't have one, so I have to get it. I know that's not a big deal. I guess I could just go get it, but I don't have one. It expired already. Let's see. You should make videos in Spanish. Yes, except I don't have enough time to make videos in English. Making videos in Spanish is, yeah, maybe once I can get some help. Why don't you start a company? Because I already did that, and I'm a terrible manager. So I would have to hire a manager. But then yeah, that's just not what I want to do. I'm at a place in life now that I don't have many years left. I have less years ahead of my life that I have back, and I don't want to spend any more time doing stuff that I don't enjoy. And so running a company is not something that I would enjoy. I already did it, and it's not for me. I'm not particularly good at it. So now I am just doing the stuff that I like doing, like making videos, right? I still enjoy making videos for the time being, and they're finally starting to pay off. So now it's a good thing. Let's see. Probably 7S and however many in parallel that will fit or give you enough current or runtime. Oh, you're answering someone else. Do you suggest we use 18650s in 4S or 3S configured 12? No, don't use 3.7 volt chemistries on 12 volt systems. Use lithium iron phosphate, because then this ones you can use 12 volts, 4S. If you need to use the 3.7 volts, then go to 24 volts. You try to power 24 volt systems, not 12 volt systems. Lithium ion do not make good 12 volt systems, so don't do it unless you're gonna run a DC to DC. But if you need some power output, then those start getting like big and expensive, and so you might as well spend that money and get an extra battery or getting the right battery, right? These can tend to be a little bit more expensive because they have longer lifetime. They're a little bit less now. They're a little bit more scarce. Lithium ion are more prevalent. They're more readily available because everything uses it. Every major consumer device uses it now, but lithium iron phosphate doesn't. So now they become like this weird thing, right? So you could pay more for them. They could cost more, but I'd rather use that in actual battery than having to put an extra piece of gear in there, some booster or some step down if you're going to use 4S, sort of like what I did in my thing, So then, it wasn't perfect, but it was the batteries that I wanted to use because they were easy to put. So those were the constraints that I was working on. But yeah, if you're designing a system, I say do it right. Matt Garcia, I would be happy to help you with any projects you're working on in the future. I enjoy your work. Thank you for the $5, Matt. Yeah, definitely. I am thinking about getting some help because I am falling behind on a lot of stuff that I want to do. Let's see. What camera are you using? I'm using the GH5 with the 7f14 millimeter lens. Is it solar charge, Joey? Back online. I don't know what you're talking about. Pixies, the battery, man, having problems with batteries. Oh, yes. Yes, I already answered that. Plug the camera into the power wall. Yes, I actually do have the cable to power it into the wall. Oh, man. It's Skip. You guys are putting so many comments in here, and I'm behind. Okay, can a smart car be supercharged DC fast charge? Yes, if you connect a fast charger straight to the battery leads, but that would take you to, you would have to take the battery out, take the cover out, or install a plug, or whatever. You'd have to hack it, not straight as it comes, right? Are you charging those power walls with solar? Oh, yes, I'm charging those power walls with solar. I have a video where I installed a little solar. I placed those panels facing the wrong way, and currently I'm only making about 2 kilowatt hours a day, which is just enough to cover what I'm using, right? 160, about 100 watts, I think, is average. Right now, this computer's on, and all those chargers are on right now, so it's using a little bit more. Have you ever considered building a e-motorcycle? Not really, because I'm not a big fan of motorcycles, but, the right project came along, I think I would go for it. Oh my God, my dogs are barking. Where do you get the wire to build the battery pack? What wire? We just talked about that. The 1/8 watt resistors? Is that what we're talking about? This, you can order these on Amazon. I have links in a bunch of the videos. Let's see. Money grab Q&A. What's your opinion on the Model 3? I think it's a cool car. I haven't ridden on one. If you have one, if you're in Southern California and you want me to make a video of your car, hit me up. Otherwise, everybody that I know hasn't gotten theirs yet. So that's why I haven't done a video about it yet. Do you think electric skateboards are overpriced in general? Thanks for a good channel. No, I don't. It all depends what overpriced, right? I know the boosted ones are, like over $1,000 or something. I was about to buy one today because I thought, what can I use these batteries for? Like, other than, you know, I can torture them and show like what their performance and stuff, but what could I put them on that has mass appeal, and would, not that, you know, we need help selling them. You guys bought the headways in like a week. There's like 6,000-7,000 of those cells, and they're sold out. There's a little bit more of these. I think he said something like maybe 10,000 or something. And I have no doubt that they are going to sell quickly too. The only problem is that these are not lithium iron phosphate, right? Those were, you know, 3.2 volt chemistries. These are 3.7, which means I can't use them for anything that has to do with 12 volts, right? Only 24, 36, 48. But I thought, oh, what if I get a boosted board that the battery's bad or something, right? And then I just replace it with this. Except that this might be too big, because the problem is that the boosted board runs on like 40 volts. And, well, to get 40 volts off of these, you'd need a bunch of them. And so then it would be like really heavy. I think like maybe 4 of these would make the pack, right? But at 4 it would be like 16 volts. And so anyways, I have a bunch of like equipment to make a boost board, right? Like these are those Fockbox from Inertian boards, and these were what, $100, $200? Yeah, I think these were like $100, $150 each or something. So look, these are just the controllers. It's like $200-$300 for this, right? And then the motors, you know, another $200-$300. So yeah, once you start adding it, it's like, yeah, you're paying a premium, but it's just because it's a niche product still, right? So those are cool. They can put out like a ton of power. You're looking at like 3,000 watts or something, you know? Let's see. I appreciate how much you push battery knowledge and try to make good prices. Batteries available to everyone, as well as use them to solve real current problems. Thank you. Not everyone agrees there. I get a lot of criticism from people that are saying that I'm just trying to sell stuff, which I am. You know, I gotta make a living. But I make a living sharing information, sharing knowledge, right? Whatever I learn, and, you know, all the criticism that comes my way because I don't know anything, not true, because I'm actually doing stuff and I'm learning a lot. But all the criticism says that I'm maybe not qualified because I'm not a real expert. That's true. I'm not a real expert. I'm just a regular guy that is doing stuff and learning as it goes. I don't learn like the rest of you guys. I never went to school, so that's why I have to learn by trial and error, by just looking and stuff. But yeah, definitely whatever I learn, I'd like to share it with you guys. And you know, sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I make mistakes, but that doesn't stop me. Let's see. Physics says you have issues using 18650 for 12 volt because the full to flat voltage range of 86 don't suit the 12 volt system. Yes, just enough to reach 12 volts, but pay the man and he will answer your questions. I mean, it doesn't work that way, but yeah, if you pay me, maybe I'll answer your questions faster. I look forward to buying from you later this year when I build an emergency power backup. Okay, just to make it clear, I don't sell anything. I don't sell batteries. I don't own any of those batteries. I just provide a link to someone else that has batteries, and, you know, then I make a small commission off of that. So I don't sell anything. A lot of people think that I'm actually, like, you know, selling stuff. I don't. I sell, you know, I just share information again. Let's see. Are you 100% using solar energy? No, I'm not. I live in the city, and by law I have to be connected to the grid. In fact, by law I can't connect to the grid without getting like the proper permits and stuff, and I'm anti all that stuff. Asking permission, right? Don't ask permission. That's my motto. So that's why I like an off-grid system. In fact, I am going to make a video about the perfect off-grid system that you can use on the city, on places where you're required by law to use the grid. and I'm gonna get to do that once I actually install and develop that system for me. It's just I don't own this home. I don't own my own home. I'm not ready to buy a home yet, but when I do, I will do that, and I will install a giant system, make videos about that, the whole thing. It's going to happen. It's just I'm not there yet. 9 volts with 3 cells, so not great. If you use 4 cells, that system just too high, so stuck. Yeah, so physics, yeah, the 3.7 volt batteries are not, they just don't work for 12 volts, right? And if you connect them, if you 3 or 4, you're either too high or too low, which you can use them, but you're only have available about 30% of the battery capacity. And if you're okay with that, do it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're only using 30% of the capacity of the batteries, they'll last forever, and it will be super safe because you'll never stress the cells, right? But most people can, but it's not the best way to design a battery. Why would you install a battery that you can't? It means your battery would have to be 70% bigger than what it can be, what it could be if you were using the right chemistry. So, it's just, design-wise, they have issues, and there's no way getting around it. Adding a DC to DC is another level of complexity and, expense and stuff, and so you're like, just don't. Unless you're going to use lithium iron phosphate, 3.2 volt lithium batteries, I say don't do lithium for 12 volts, right? Do lithium iron phosphate. Use them for 24 volt systems, right? This is that pack that I built, 24 volt, and that's because I want to standardize this so that we can make all these little solar generators for Puerto Rico, right? And so they have to be 24 volt. And luckily for us, there's a whole industry of 24 volt cheap pure sine inverters that, because they're prevalent in like the RV markets, it is common for people they go 24 volts instead of 12. So that's why. Hey, where is my, I think I drank that all. Let's see. Yeah, sorry guys, let me just I'm super dry for some reason, talking too much. Let's see. Oh my god, it just jumped. So whenever I scroll down, it just jumps to like the very last one, and then I pretty much skip everyone. I email info.Objectify with pictures of ATC covers. I have 300 amp alternator. Okay. Yes, e-skateboards are overpriced for the power distance. The cells don't cover the cost. Power a quadcopter. Oh, with those cells? Yeah, it would be cool. Do you guys sell separate parts to cover a Beetle to electric? EV West does. They sell a kit. Or an octocopter, says Travis. Yeah, octocopter. Chinese, made for 300. Okay. Let's see. Come on. I helped with that. Bought 8 headways and going to put them on a 24 volt UPS just for fun. Yeah, why don't you sell the headways to someone that needs them to be used on 12 volts, and then get some of these, because 7 of these will make a great 24 volt. You're using lithium iron phosphate for uses that you can use lithium ion, where there's this one. Yeah, I don't know, say. But good, yeah, I guess good job. You jump on those, and then you bought some, and now they're gone. I mean, you can buy those somewhere else. That's just really, really expensive, right? Do you know Gaston from Proyectos LED? Nope, I don't know him. Not yet. The SPMAP, is that what I'm looking at? Oh yeah, SPM08HP. Yeah, is there a spec sheets that you guys know of for this battery? I don't know much about it. I just got them the other day, and I've been testing them. I haven't done any testings yet on it, right? 12 volts or 24 volts. Well, 24 volts, right? Because they're 3.7 volts. What kind of batteries would you use to make an electric go-kart? Well, it depends. If you want a big battery, yeah, I would use whatever batteries, right? Because you're making a big pack. But if you're going to have to make a small pack and you need power packs, these would be great, right? These are supposed to be capable of 200 amps. When I short them out, I guess we're going to see if they do the same as the headways. The headways did like 380 amps and a dead short, right? For like 20 seconds or something like that. The other thing is, I do still have a few of these. I have like 1,600 of these cells, which are the LG HB2s. These are 30 amp cells, each one, right? 1,500 milliamp hours. I have a few of these. I did promise 1,000 of them to someone, but I've been, I haven't been doing that great of a job at getting back to them. Let's see. Jay, send me a few of those batteries and I'll fly them. Yeah, contact Tom. He has them. He only sent me 10 of them to play. SD Car Fool says, oh yeah, can you guys see that? Oh yes, you can see that. Wait, so Navi Jeff 46, why will you not contact me back on cells I ordered over 6 months ago? Oh, I'm not sure why. Which cells are you talking about? Let's see, I want to build a cafe racer. Any input? Nope. Yeah, not really. Yeah, use these cells. These would work great for a cafe racer. Let's see. How many 18650 for 48 volts? Some people do 12, some people do 13. But in reality, I think it should be 14, right? Because if 7 makes 24, and 24 is double, 12. Yeah, so 14, anyway from 12 to 14 should make 24 volts or 48 volts. Motor 24 or 12 volts. Built my own 7,000 watt board with a 650 watt hour LiPo. Take my money now. What frame are you looking at? You're asking someone else, right? I would go 34 volts in old school Yamaha. Okay, now you guys are talking about a cafe racer. Is that what it is? Okay, let's see. Maybe asked already, what is your Powerwall powering if not connected to the grid? Will you be doing more detailed video of your build? Yes, right now it's just powering everything in this room. I have a couple of computers. I have all those chargers over there. Yeah. The lighting is not right because I didn't do all the work to put the lighting, but those lights don't pull that much power. Yeah, right now it's just a little bit. Can you show us how to make a window AC work with solar? The Jehu way. I was trying not to get info on it, but not much out there on YouTube, says Joey. How would you make well, that wouldn't be too hard, right? Depending on if it's a 240 or 220 volt, it might be tricky because there's not like cheap inverters that will do that, right? But if it's a 110, yeah, you can do it. You can get like a cheap 2,000-3,000 watt inverter and then run it. And you would want to do it, at least 24 volts or 48 volts, so that you don't your batteries don't run like a bunch of amperage and stuff. So let's see. I wonder if they would be good for a 36 volt system. Which one? The book which you mentioned is the basics. I have received it yesterday. Do you know of any other books that I can gain more knowledge on the batteries? No. Not really. We're still dealing with the basics here. You just have to play with them to gain more knowledge, I guess. I found one on Craigslist for 3,000, but I'm sure. I have 18650s on 36 volt e skateboard in my channel, says Physics. Super Break AK says, yeah, after watching this chat, I am having my doubts. Maybe I will make a 4S 2P pack with them and use them for my shelf. I just need a renewable power input. Otherwise, not much point. I think you're talking about the headways, right? All right, let's see. I believe it's called White Zombie Datsun 510. Have you seen it in person, Jacob? No, I don't know. I think that's old. I don't know if that's still around. My lights are turned off there. How? So Guy Asuli says, how you not afraid to create fire at home from the wall batteries? Well, because I have no reason to think that my batteries are gonna catch fire. Batteries don't catch fire usually. You have one in your pocket. How are you not afraid to carry your phone in your pocket? I mean, this is a giant LiPo battery. You hop on a car that has, like flammable liquid. How are you not afraid to drive your, gas car? Right? Because you trust it, because you know that it doesn't catch fire unless you make a huge mistake. And I don't make, I try not to make huge mistakes. That's why, you understand the thing. It's just, batteries are extremely safe, especially 18650s. They have a ton of safety features on them. You'd really have to do something, a major mistake to make them catch fire. Watch all the videos of people trying to make them catch fire online and see what they have to do to make an 18650 catch fire. You either have to physically heat them up to a few hundred degrees with a torch or something. I've seen some guys trying to do the welding thing, so they're putting just a ton of power in there. You have to physically damage them, chop them in half, and sometimes they don't even do that, right? There's a bunch of videos of people chopping, the Tesla batteries in half, and they don't catch fire. It's actually really hard. Let's see here. Please review LG 18650, the 3600 milliamp hour cells. Oh, which ones is that? Sharai? Send me the model number, because I don't know if any 3600 milliamp hour cells. All I've seen is 3500, I think. Those are the higher ones that I've seen. Let's see. Let's see, what else do we have here? Can I have work as an intern with you? I'm not sure I'm ready to take interns yet. St. Louis, Missouri says, why do you have so much delay on your stream? That's just normal. By the way, how do you know that there's a delay on the stream? Oh, because you saw me react to the light. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's just, I think that's normal. It's always been like that, because it's, it's got to go to the internet. And then back, and then to you guys. iPhones burn 3-year-olds. I don't know. Every single person I know has an iPhone. Not a single one person that I know has had their phone burned. Yes, there's some videos online of people, but I mean, they're literally 3 billion. How many iPhones is there? 1 billion iPhones. There's more phones in the world than there are people in the world. And yeah, they catch fire every once in a while, but certain people just self-combust. It's rare, but it does happen. Let's see here. Thanks for the encouragement. Let's see. Welcome to Twitch. For you call me a culero for not wanting to help people in the U.S. that no speak English, but want to learn about solar energy. Hey, learn English, all right? I don't have time to do everything. I'm just a guy. Learn English. Don't put it on me. How about you get off your ass and learn some English? All right, let's see here. Where is a good source to find out about BMS? Well, there's a lot of people that are using BMS for a long time. What's that one about the bicycles? Something sphere something. There's a whole like forum where they've been exploring the 18650s and how to make them in the context of making like electric bikes and stuff. So yeah, you should look for that one. Let's see here. What kind of art would you make that is powered by a cell wall? I don't know what that means. Let's see. I like the idea of no BMS, but not going to chance it in my home for insurance. Don't do it. Not if you don't have to do it, right? Like in my car, I don't have a BMS because there wasn't a BMS when I was making it that was worth installing. But yeah, now it's different. Now, now you should install a BMS because they're readily available and they're good, right? That Batrium one is pretty good. There's another one that EV West is playing with, it's installing right now, and they're starting to install in all their conversions, which should be pretty good. So that now there are choices, you know what I mean? Like, and there are more people. This movement is growing, and so it's helping. Let's see here. My mistake. It's LG 3500 milliamp hours 18650. Please review it. Oh yeah, I'll order one and try to review it here. All right, let's see. Just don't bite a cell phone battery to check authenticity. I did see that video, Joey, and if you guys haven't seen it, you should Google it. The guy bites on it and it just explodes in his face. Yeah, don't bite a battery. Come on. I like cheap thrills, not cheap batteries, says Edvandro. I'm building a 160 cell car battery out of the Full River. Okay, 2650. Also powering 16,000 watt audio system. Do you see these batteries being safe? Also, do you recommend more cells for my application? Wait, you're trying to pull 16 kilowatts off of 160 cells. All right, let's do the math here. Here's a cell. 160 of these, right? These are... Where's my phone? I'm terrible at math, so I have to use my computer for even like low-level math, right? But good thing we live in a world where we have so 3.2 volts times 3.3 amp hours. So each one of these cells has 10.56 watt hours. That's the energy stored within each cell. So you're using 160 cells, right? So times 160. So you're looking at 1.689, almost 1.7. Let's say 1.6, because like the other ones, they didn't actually give the 3.3 3300 milliamp hours. The other ones, they didn't give like what was stated there. They were a little bit shorter than that. So let's say that you have 1600 watt hours, right? And you're trying to pull 16,000 watts. That's a tenfold. You're trying to pull 10C off of this battery. It's not gonna work. These batteries are not 10C batteries. I believe these are 2C batteries. So no, you're not gonna be able to get your 16,000 watts peaks off of these. At least not for very long. Maybe like transient peaks, maybe just like for a few seconds and stuff. But you need to increase this battery size by like tenfold. What you need to do is well, actually no, because these are the wrong voltage. You need to get 24 volt. You need to get 24 volt amplifiers, and then run your audio system on 24 volts. Or no, you just need to get power cells. These are not power cells. These are energy cells. So you don't use these to try to squeeze a bunch of power off of them. So yeah, you're about 1/10 of the size that you need to go to use that system there. They are incredibly safe. LiPo4 batteries are really good. When are you going to buy a Tesla? Hopefully this year. Maybe what I'll do, I'll put a call out for someone that has an extra, because everyone I order extra Model 3s, you know, because they're so cheap, you know, compared to the other ones. And I've seen around that people are like, oh, I don't need that one, so I'm gonna save it, or I pretty sure that I'm gonna be able to buy, you know, their extra Model S reservation from someone that's out there that, you know, they changed their mind, they don't want to buy two, or they just did that sort of like for that, or they were buying a Model S just to sell it, you know, right away, something like that. I probably this year I'll become a Model S owner if everything goes well. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Will you be doing an off-grid house in the future, like in the country? You never know. Maybe I'll buy a house in Puerto Rico and then, like, you know, do the whole thing. I think Tom said that he wanted to invest over there because there's so much need for batteries and, you know, this sort of technology. So, you know, if that happens, then I find myself going down there often. And so if I do that, you know, maybe, yeah, I don't know. You never know. You never know. Let's see. Oh, look at that. We got some haters in here. I just deleted your message. Sorry, Gabriel Tusa. Okay, so here's, hey, I love your channel. What would you recommend for an affordable charge controller for a solar wind hybrid system? Well, it depends, right? It depends what voltage and what batteries. But right now, I'm gonna review this one right here. I haven't tested it yet because, you know, I got more projects, more things to do than I have time. But I'm gonna review this one, and I'm gonna compare it with that green one, right? And then this one right here. Someone told me that this is better than that one. And I think this one, it's a Boost solar charge controller. So it's the same thing, like for using 12 volt solar panels and then charging a battery that's higher voltage than that, right? And so supposedly this was better than that one, someone said, and they put a link, so I ordered one, and so I'm gonna do that. And I have several solar panels, including that one over there. That's $100 solar panel. And so I want to test efficiency using different combinations of, you know, this solar charge controller with the different panels and see, you know, how they perform. Then those same solar panels, you know, with this solar charge controller, and see how much I can squeeze out of them and stuff, you know, like, yeah, it's just comparative reviews to see how well they do. That's the aim anyways. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Let's see here. Ooh. All right, someone pay me to. Someone paid me just so that they could Indian greaseball. He's got me Indian. So how does that work? He's gonna, put like a thing, because I'm sure he's not gonna want to give me the $2. But anyways, he just paid me $2 so that he can insult me, I guess. You're such a loser. You have to pay me to do that. Hey, if anybody else wants to insult me, go ahead and pay me. Try to make it more than $2 though. When is your Powerwall review build video going to come out? Soon. Let's hope soon. Now that I'm done with my major projects, I'm going to. What's up with all the hate, by the way? Why am I into? That was a $2 insult. Hope this comes back. Always learn some JO. Let's see. Can you review several cheapo eBay BMSs? I'm specifically interested in the 12-volt LiPo 4 BMS. For car battery upgrade, I've seen several LiPo 4 BMS for under $10. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. I have several ones here, right? And I was testing that one, and I thought I got a bad one right away, the very first one, because it was discharging one of the cell groups, like it was unbalancing, which is exactly the opposite of what it's supposed to do. But I think maybe it wasn't that. I have to look at that pack again, see what that, if that was a thing. Is that talking about the LGMG MJ1 cells? Just search for LGMJ1 review and go to Light to Info, and the guy on a budget light forum has nicely tested them. Those could probably do 5 amps. Also, he can use high drain batteries. Gotta donate for a new memory card for his camera. Let's see, did I come back? Let's see, YouTube. I don't know, am I live? I don't know if I'm live yet. Back. Oh, am I back? Oh, working. I'm back. This thing just restarted. I don't know what happened. God, I hate technology. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So anyways, I don't know what I was talking. I was probably just rambling on anyways. I was, while this thing was restarting, I was reading all there's a couple of trolls in here. What's up with that? I guess it comes with the territory, right? When you have, when your channel grows like that, you're gonna get people that are just jerks. I'm gonna get mine. Let's see. Yeah, my camera's memory card is full, but if I remove it, then it says missing card, like bigger in there. So, yeah, I think it's probably going to bug you guys more. Hey, Jehu, I emailed Javier about going to Puerto Rico. Elliot, yeah, go help him, man. Javier is busy down there doing a lot of good work. He's helping a lot of people. It's hard. And, Javier doesn't have a job. He lives in the island. He's not like a rich guy or anything. He's struggling just as much as all the people that he's helping. But he's like, whatever. I can stay here and like, worry about not having a job or do the stuff, or I can just get busy and go help. So, I mean, it's crazy. It's like some of us that go over there, we get to leave and go home at the end of the day and not worry about that stuff. But he's in it, he's in the thick of it over there. So yeah, if you guys can help him, you're helping a good guy. That guy, it's helping others with the little bit that he has. He's got time right now because he doesn't have a job, so he's spending and investing his time helping less fortunate. So yeah, if you can go and help him, I'd say hit him up. Go out there. I work for one of the cell phone giants. People are rude. Yes, they are. VDiv, thank you for the $5. You enjoy the videos and inspiration. Thank you. Definitely. I'm glad to be a help to some people. Let's see here. Ooh, what happened here? If you want to see how I tested my video, it's for high school community service. New project. I'm going to bring a few other friends, says Elliot, to Puerto Rico. Nice. You know, there's a ton of people helping down there, and Puerto Ricans are. It's crazy because you see in the video today that he posted, it's like he goes, it takes other people from outside of the country to come and help us. Like our people, our government, our, you know, our own people don't help, but, you know, people from the outside. And that's not true. You know, there are like at least one of the people that we helped, the neighborhood, the community was keeping an eye on them. You know, they're all in the same boat. They're all like with messed up houses and stuff. But there's so a lot of people that are in slightly better conditions, so they do look out for each other. You know, it's like Puerto Ricans are good people. For the most part, you know, there are bad seeds everywhere. You explained my power cell because it's energy cells. Oh, Martin Tivel, he's saying explain the differences between power cells and energy cells. Okay, look, here's an example. Oh, well, look, here's an example. Okay, this battery here, it's a power cell. It doesn't have a lot of energy store. It can only store like 1.5 amp hours, right? 1.5 amp hours. But it can deliver that 1.5 amp hours really fast at a 30 amp speed, right? So whatever energy it's got, it could just give it all to you, you know, and within a few minutes you can completely deplete it. This cell right here, this is an energy cell. This can hold 2.2 amp hours, right? So it can hold, what is that? That's like 30% more energy, right? But it can't deliver all that energy as fast as this one. This one, it can give you like maybe 5, 7. You know, if you do 10 amps, it'll heat up really bad and you might damage the cell. Where this one doesn't heat up until you get past like 30 amps, you know. This can deliver 30 amps continuous. This can deliver like 5, maybe 10 amp continuous. Those are the differences. So energy cell, power cell. And it's the same thing in all chemistries, right? Usually lithium iron phosphate is a power. It's a power. Yeah, it's a power cells. They're power cells. They can push out a bunch of power, but they don't have, you know, necessarily the best energy density. Look at this. These batteries are the same size, right? They're different chemistry. This is lithium iron phosphate. This is lithium cobalt oxide. So the difference is of course, that this one can push much more power, and it's actually much more dense. This is 5,000 milliamp hours. This one is only 3,300 milliamp hours. But once I test it, I bet you it's only going to be like 3,000 milliamp hours. So this one is, you know, a good 40% more energy dense than this one, and it can push out more power than this one. Because it's a different chemistry. This you know, lithium cobalt oxide, I think it's the energy. It's just the right chemistry, except this one doesn't last as long as this. This is like usually lithium iron, it's like 2,000 cycles, I think. That's what these are commonly known to be, where these ones are like 1,000 cycles, 1,500, you know, if you use them correctly. So there are trade-offs. And those are the differences between energy and energy dense cells. Let's see. Your memory card was full. I don't get why people in different or trolling. Yeah, trolling. Trolls are unhappy people that want to share their unhappiness with you. That's the only reason why they like to hate. Let's see here. Is it possible to run your AC house unit off of solar power? Yes, if you have enough solar to power it, but AC systems, AC units usually are very, very, very power hungry. My AC system here in the house uses about 10 kilowatts. So that means I'd have to have at least 10 kilowatt array just to run it. Which means that at the end of the day, I would be able to produce like 60 kilowatt hours, right? Because we have, well, I don't know, maybe like 50 kilowatt hours. So this is a huge system. You know, it would produce like twice the energy that I normally use in a day. And that's what you would need to run your AC system just strictly off of solar. So it's a big thing, you know what I mean? Like it's possible. You can run a whole country of solar. You can run a factory. It's just you need a lot of it. Maybe someone should start a troll channel and charge $2 rental. Might be a good business. Yes. Need a fancy way to pulling people together, Michael Schmidt says. Because of you have enabled me to become an e-builder. What? What is that, Darian? What are you doing? 18650 comes different types. Type A is only 10 amps. But can, yeah, so basically the same thing that I said. Oh my god. My husband makes me watch your channel with him hoping I will learn something about batteries and solar energy. Good channel. Sorry, Selena, for your husband making you watch me. Let's see. Have you laid your hands on graphene technology batteries already? I think I did once got like a lipo pack, right? Because they start selling them like that. I wasn't impressed. It wasn't like a super battery or anything. I think it was just slightly better or whatever. But I don't know if now they're better or something. You know what I mean? Like, I keep hearing everybody wants me to do the thing, but I'm like, I don't like these new technologies that are hard to get or expensive, you know. So wait, so Samsung, there's something about Samsung working on one that can have 45% more energy without the degradation. Well, yeah, they've been announcing the super battery for years, but we have yet to see it. So that's why I'm not, you know, jumping up and down at every announcement that people make. I'm just, you know, I'll believe it when I see it. I believe it when we start getting them. And of course, we're behind, right? Because we're dealing with surplus batteries and recycle, you know, not surplus and harvested batteries, right? So repurposed batteries. So I know the new battery sector of the, you know, the battery took, you know, that's a little bit ahead of us, you know. Tesla's been using 3,400 milliamp hour cells forever, but we don't have access to them until now. You know, like it, you know, a few years after. So maybe in a few years when we have a bunch, like a pallet, you know, or a truckload or a warehouse full of graphene batteries, I'll be excited about it. Be like, damn, look at these batteries. But for now, you know, I'm like, whatever. I mean, you know, and maybe talk to me in next year when I'm financially a better situation and I'm tired of talking about these like old recycle batteries, and maybe I'll be more excited about the newer, you know, the cutting edge technology battery, you know what I mean? Maybe that's where I'll be. What discharge rate do you use for testing capacity? 1C? Actually, no, I'm doing, I think I've decided that I'm going to test all of these at 500 milliamp hours. And these are cells that are 2600, at least 2600 and up. This particular, all these red ones that I'm testing right now, they're 3400 milliamp hours. So, yeah, 500 is, yeah, I mean, that's very low. Oh man, I just messed up this one. Okay, let's see here. Let me reset this up. Okay, just to give you guys a little, oh my god, come on. Okay, so there's a normal test and it says 500 there. That's 500 milliamps. That's how it's gonna test it. You click here twice Whoa, look at that one. That one is 3,400 milliamp hours, 3,500 milliamp hours. And of course, that it's getting such high capacity because, yeah, I'm trickle charging them discharge. I'm testing them really low, but this is what the max of these chargers will do. And these chargers are available on Amazon. I can order some today and they'll be here tomorrow. And so since I need to order like 50 of them, I think that's why I'm going to choose these chargers over the Lido-Cola ones, because those, I think Tom bought all of them, and so now we have to order them in China, and they take weeks and weeks to come. So I think I'm going to test all my batteries at 500 milliamp hours, just because that's what that's what those chargers do. And so if I need to process 200 cells at a time, then that's what I'll have to do. Learn the types of batteries on Google, then watching videos makes more sense. Richard Adams says, where can I get those black batteries? Oh, I don't know. This company sent them to me as samples. And then once I asked them, like, okay, where can people buy them? They're like, oh, AliExpress or something. And I was like, I don't like... AliExpress is kind of scary because you're sending money to some Chinese guy or, some seller. And I think, I don't know. I was always like scared to like send money over using that service for some reason. So I was like, how about not? I'm not going to push all my viewers to go and buy a bunch of batteries in China. And I've just heard some like terrible stories, right? And so... unfortunately, I looked for them here in the States, but they don't have distributors. I think they only have like the vaping guys use them. So someone brought like a pallet and then they distribute among all these little guys, but they're all like, pricing them really high. They're not priced to buy like hundreds of them, right? Or thousands of them like we would need them. When we watching your TV show at EV West? Oh yeah, let me schedule that. Let me see. Let me ask Michael when it would be a good day. First, we have to hear back from them, right? I uploaded the video, and we haven't heard back from them. I think they're gonna process it. We want to like see when the date is. I don't know. We might. It's kind of a weird deal with those guys. Oh my god. Oh look, more trolling. The guy came back for trolls. Fred Wilson. This is another one. The providers. Who are the providers? Well, look at that, Fred Wilson. I just deleted your message. The AC isn't on 24 hours a day. Yeah, no, the AC isn't. The air conditioner is not on. It just comes on, and when it comes on, it needs a huge amount of energy, right? While it's on, mine is pulling about 10 kilowatts. So I have a big unit, I guess. But it's usually like that, and it runs. I mean, it runs 40 amps at like 240 volts, 220 volts or something. So it's a big thing. So if you wanted to run it out strictly off solar, which is what he was asking, you need to have that much solar that it can run that. Other than that, you can just set up a battery. If you set up some of these batteries that can put out like 25 Cs, then you don't need that big of a battery. You just need enough battery to run it. Well, they have like, I don't know what the cycle is on things. I think mine is like, they come on for like 5 minutes and then they're off for like 10 minutes or something. And then it comes on again for 5 minutes and then it turns off for 10 minutes. I think usually that's how mine works. So you just need to be able to handle, those peak, the 10 kilowatts that is pulling during those 5 minutes. So you set up a small battery like this with an inverter there, it just, it supplies that. And then if you can charge it quickly, well, I don't know, you can't charge it in 10 minutes. Well, maybe, I don't know. It'll be interesting like that. Ooh, Daniel. Thank you for the $20. Much appreciated. Fred Wilson. Fred Wilson keeps throwing in the insults. Fred, what's up? At least give me a couple bucks if you're gonna insult me. Don't be cheap, man. Well, here we go. You get to I hide that one too. So, trolls are best part of YouTube, says Fred Wilson. Really? Well, yeah, you guys are a sad bunch. Needs to select the voted moderators. Oh yeah, I could set moderators. Well, then we wouldn't have fun with the trolls. Yeah, we gotta laugh at them. That's what they want. They want us to laugh at them. Are you only what? You would only need a 10 kilowatt inverter. Let's see. Oh my God, I'm going backwards. Hey, Fred is funny. I give you that. Cheap bastard, though. Come on, give me some money. What is the scope of electric mopeds, scooters, to replace the popular combustion moped of Honda's Activa? Activa in India? What is the scope of electric mopeds? I don't understand your question. What does it mean? I don't understand what you mean, Sunil Kumar. They could totally do it. I just don't know which question you're asking. Oh, Fred. He's funny. There we go. There you go, Fred. Let's see here. They are called batteries, but how you use them, it's up to you. Okay, let's see. Do you think that 18650s could be the future of robots? I don't know if the... I think 18650s are on their way out. Because Tesla is no longer going to produce them, and there's not a... Well, I mean, there are some applications. I don't know, like laptops are not using them anymore, right? So that whole industry just dropped them. Now they're going to, pouch cells. So now they're using this sort of stuff. My phone has a pouch cell. My laptop here has a pouch cell. This thing here has a pouch cell. Everything's going to pouch cells, unfortunately. So I don't know the cylindricals. I know in the 20, what is it, 27, 20, what? Whatever the 2170s are, those will live on until, Tesla decides they don't want them anymore. I mean, maybe that is going to be the new 18650 because, Tesla is putting all that production on it. Here's something for Daniel. Thank you for the $5. Fred was funny. Let's see here. I got contacts in LG Chem factory in China, but the amount of bulk is nuts. Yeah, they probably want you to buy what? More than 20,000 at a time, right? Because 20,000 is not that much. It's a pallet. So you can get you can buy. So Daniel Ibarra says, Jehu, you can buy toss away cells on eBay for about 1 kilowatt so $100 per kilowatt hour, but you have to make them into panels. Ow! Oh, are you talking about? Should I post links so you can scope them out? Oh, you mean solar panels? Yeah, I have some. I bought some. I don't know where they're at right now. I was gonna play with them, but you can buy more than that. I think the guy is selling like, what was it? Like 30 kilowatt worth of cells, solar cells, for like $4,500 or something, and or best offer, so you could offer them probably like $3,000 or $4,000, and he probably would sell them to you. But so yeah, so that comes out to be like really really cheap, except you got to do a bunch of work because there's the cells, so you still got to encapsulate them, right, so that they would survive being outside and stuff, you know. You are discharging at 500 milliamp hours. Oh, 500 milliamp, not milliamp hours. Yes, that's right. I got a few old 18650 batteries. They range from 1600 to 1800 milliamp hours. How big of a difference I can use on the same pack? Depends. Depends how hard you're gonna push them. You know, how big of a pack. You know, yeah, how critical the equipment that you are. I mean, I like for my car, for example, right? I'm gonna use cells in my car, and they're gonna be incredibly, you know, match cell group cells. I mean, cell groups. So I'll show you right here. But as I'm, let's see here. So typically, here's what I'm doing. And this is the main reason why I don't like the Opus, is because the Opus will not give you the internal resistance. And I know you can get internal resistance like putting in another charger or whatever. But look, here's a cell, and it says 2885, right? So that's the capacity. But then a dash 76, what are they? Micro ohms? So this is the internal resistance, right? So when I'm putting my packs together, I'm not only going to match the capacity of these cells, but also I'm going to try to keep them all with the similar internal resistance, because internal resistance is essentially just a measure of how fast the batteries can pull their power out, right? So that way, whenever they see a load, then the batteries will behave similarly. And so, you know, because my batteries are going to be stowed away underneath the floor, they're not going to be easily accessible. I need just to have batteries that are incredibly, you know, matched, so that I don't have to be like, oh, this group again is falling off, or, you know, which I haven't experienced too much, but that's because I have incredibly closely matched battery packs on my Samba, because they were put together at the Tesla factory, right? So Tesla did an incredible job at matching the cells, and so once they put, you know, groups of 22, you can use them without a BMS because they are closely matched groups. And so that's one way that you can get away without, you know, with using cells without a BMS. You get match groups. So that's what I would do. I don't know, in your case, you know, if you're just gonna use like a little battery to run a thing, whatever, yeah, just don't worry too much about the differences in cells. As long as you have the groups that are about the same size and capacity, then you can run them all the way down, all the way up, and you should be able to, you know, be fine. You know, put one of these guys. These are this is a log. No, what is this? This is a cell log 8. This is called a cell log 8, and it graphically shows you up to 8 groups or 8 cells. Shows you the voltage, and so apply a load, you know, a heavy load to your battery pack, and then see the sag. And if they all sag about the same, you're good. But if you have one group that like really sags much more than the other ones, then you have a weak group. So you might want to take that group and replace it with stronger cells, with cells that have you know, lower internal resistance, and then, you know, that's one quick way to just like graphically, you know, visually see which group is it's a bad one and stuff. And that's one way that you can have a thing that is, you know, more closely matched. Again, yeah, and if you're just doing a simple thing that you're powering something that you can easily access the cells or whatever, just, you know, I wouldn't worry too much. But if you're doing like me, a power wall you're going to put in your house or something, yeah, I'd want to, you know, make sure your cells are closely matched, even if you're going to be using a BMS. Luis Hurtado, thank you for the $10. Can hang out and listen and learn, but keep up the awesome work, Jehu. Thank you. Uh, oh, Tom, just send me a message. Let's see. Do you think a lead acid battery system is more durable than a lithium system for solar backup? No. It works, but it's not better. It's not cheaper. You'll have to replace those batteries more often than a properly built lithium battery bank. You're the man, Jay. I'm a big fan. Thank you, Rafael. We use a lead acid cell at work, and the manufacturer specs their capacity using 1/10 of a C discharge. I think it makes their marketing look better. Well, that's almost nothing. Let's see. What time is it? Oh, now okay. So 8 minutes to go, guys. At 10, we'll cut this short. Now I have to take these guys outside because they're complaining. These dogs, my doggies. Let's see. Do you think the electric car industries will move away from LiPo or lithium or go to supercaps? No, supercaps are terrible batteries, and cars need batteries. And so there's no better battery than the current lithium battery right now. I think the only reason why they'll move away from, lithium batteries is if there's a better lithium battery or another battery, right? But for now, it just doesn't exist or whatever. Prototype Sentinel, thank you for the $5. What kind of battery would you recommend for robots? I must know in hopes that we can make good robots. You're saying robots or robots? Do I not know what robots are? You mean robots, right? I don't know. I'd have to know more about the application to be able to tell you if one battery would be good or not. But yeah, to send me more info on that. Send me more details. Daniel, there's no specific parties. Okay, let's see. So Sloppy says California is pushing hard for carbon and gas tax to encourage electric car sales. Does your Volkswagen van qualify as an electric car according to the DMV or not? So actually, I could register it as a electric car. I chose not to because then that means that I would have to ask them permission. But my car is a classic car, and so it's excluded from the it's excluded from all the emissions controls. So even if I had a gas engine there, I'm allowed to, pollute, like only Volkswagen knows how to pollute with their diesel cars, right? And so, yeah, I'm excluded from that just because I'm driving a classic car. I think the classic car market is so small and they, for some reason, they like it here in California that they're like, whatever, leave them alone. Who cares? They can pollute all they want, that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's why I didn't do it. I didn't want to ask them permission to make my car, so I just registered as a regular car. Oh, Leith Amos, thank you for the $20. Let's see how to hook up the wiring. Let's see. You need to learn about electronics first. Let's see. Is the heat? Oh my god, let's see. Do you know how much watts are an electric scooter, whatever? What happened to Jeep that went for suspension upgrade? Oh, that Jeep came back. We rode her around for a while. We're not able to register because it was missing the tag, the VIN number. I don't know. So the reason why that Jeep hasn't, been used every day is because they've been having trouble registering. But I think now they finally figured all that out. I think they're gonna go register like last month. I don't know. They actually did it. But I think last time it was down also because they were redoing the 12-volt battery. Because the 12-volt battery, I don't know. They were trying to put some lithium battery. It's just one of those things, you know. And it's because it's not registered, it wasn't like priority. So that's why. But yeah, it's ready to go. Honda Activa has about 10 horsepower. So according to that, the motor will require 10 horsepower is nothing. Yeah, you could. I mean, there are batteries. There are electric bikes that have more power than that. Yeah, they could definitely do that, match that, and do it better. You know what I mean? Like, 26,650. It's greater than 18,650 for Powerwall cost wise. I would say no, only because 18,650 batteries are much more popular, right? Because they're used in a bunch of things. So when you increase the volume of manufacture, then you are able to decrease the price. And 26,650s are kind of these like weird shapes that it's not in everything. There's, you know, there are in a lot of like consumer products and stuff, but it's nothing like the 18650s, right? The 18650s were everywhere. So yeah, I mean, I think you probably could find a deal here and there, whatever. Like we found those 26650s, the Full River ones that are online on eBay right now. You can buy these really cheap, $100 a kilowatt hour. That's really cheap. That's cheaper than you can buy 18650s right now. I think the average that Tom is selling these guys are for 150 dollars a kilowatt hour of tested batteries like this, right? And they go a little bit cheaper when you buy them, when you have to pull them apart together and stuff. And that's really cheap. I think those are the cheapest batteries that you can buy online right now that are legit, that are, you know, reliable. Or at least in like large quantities where you're like gonna buy one batch and then next time you need to buy some other ones, they're not there. Even with Tom it's like that, right? Because we're dealing with surplus and that sort of market, you know. But yeah, I think you can't go wrong with the 18650s. I think those are the cheapest batteries that you'll be able to find, at least for now. R860 is safer than the LiPo packs for this application. Yeah, 18650s are really safe. They have, you know, they have the CID thing in here, which is like essentially a pressure valve. It's a fuse that is activated by heat, and then there's the thing, you know, that pops up, disconnects the battery. Plus, if you connect them the way we're connecting them, then you're fusing outside of the battery. There's it's like double, triple fuse on each cell. Incredibly safe. There's a bunch of systems that would have to fail for your battery before it bursts into flames, right? And so yeah, there's nothing safer. There's no safer battery than an 18650. These are cool, you know. These are cool, but these are these are dangerous. They have absolutely no safety in them. It's just a thing. It's just a pack. Like if you know. In fact, this one has kind of damage. But if we were to take this and saw it in half, this could go into fire. This is a huge LiPo, can push a bunch of power. So, oh my God, am I still live? Whoa, you guys stop commenting. What's going on? What's going on, guys? Oh, okay, there we go. You can't easily puncture an 18650. No, you can't, because it's made out of it's in a metal canister, right? So it's pretty good. You need to be doing really stupid things to make an 18650 catch fire or blow. Yes, physics. I agree with you. And you said they will not be making them anymore? Well, the 18650, yeah, they're going to be phased out because Tesla is moving away from them, and essentially every computer manufacturer that used to use them on the laptops, they no longer use them for there, right? So now they're like down to like other niche markets, like I mean, e-bikes use them, and that's a huge market. So maybe the e-bikes will keep them alive for a long time, right? But I think I don't know. There's not a huge e-bike market here in the United States, anyways, or in Europe. I think China is the ones that. So China's gonna keep making them and consuming them, you know, in China. But I think, think about how many how many e-bikes you have to sell to make the same amount of batteries that a car uses, right? So Tesla uses like 6,000 of these per car. I mean, you can make hundreds of e-bikes with those cells, So I think everything's going to shift to the 2170s. 2170s. It's going to take a few years. I mean, it's not going to happen, Let's see here. Okay, guys. Like to run further. Let's see. Best way to power at home with the 1965 wall. Like what inverter? Choose a 24 volt inverter, 36 or 48. So probably 24 or 48 because of the whole 3.7 volt voltage. I will make a video soon about that so that you guys can understand that with with a little bit more detail. All right, guys, 10 o'clock. This has been, oh my God, there's 155 of you watching. Thank you, every single one of you, for watching. Thank you for all your support. Stay tuned. I will try to put out some videos this week. I'm gearing up. Look, I just ordered the good cable, right? Last time, I don't know if you guys saw me when I did that test with the with those big headway cells. My wires, my cables were like melting. So this is 4 gauge, heavy duty welding cable. I'm waiting for the crimps and stuff because now I will test these. Maybe I can like short out. Maybe I can short this one out, for 20 seconds and see what it does, see how much it holds, and then I can take it outside and then like short it out again and then just leave it and see what happens if it self-destructs, because we all like to think these things are really so much more unsafe, right? Because they don't have like a valve in here. They just puff up and I don't know. I mean, what will happen? It self-combust, or it will just fizzle out and get hot and like the other one. No, we did that. We overcharged it. Remember I did those other ones, the LG ones, and it wasn't nothing. Wasn't very explosive. It just got hot and inflated a little bit. But if we short it out, just leave it out there, see how long it takes for it to just die. Maybe that's what I will do. But I need the right cable so that it doesn't, melt when I'm trying to put 1,000 watts, 1 kilowatt. Can they deliver 1 kilowatt? Well, that's not that much. That's 100 watts. That's 100 amps. All right, guys. Definitely will have some videos. I owe you a bunch of videos. I'm done with all my major projects, so now there's no excuse. I need to start getting busy. I took a couple of days off today and yesterday. I was just being lazy and just watching videos and stuff. I needed the time off, but now it's time to get busy again and start playing with batteries. I need to start working on the Samba, all that stuff. Read my email, Jehu. Thank you. Your SD card is full. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for hanging out with me. Stay tuned. All right. See you in the next video. Okay. Bye. Stop broadcasting? Yes. Stop stream?